TGIF, everybody. Welcome to Undisputed, live from Los Angeles. I'm Jen Hale here with Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp. Guys,
how you doing today, Skip?
Strong.
How you doing today?
Where's the gloat mask? I thought you'd wear it today.
Why would I gloat? About what?
Because Rob Pelinka just went from should be fired to should be executive of the year, right? All of a sudden, overnight, he did.
Why were you worried?
And now you've got all this cap room.
I love it.
You can just go cinch a championship, right?
It's going to happen.
Is it?
And I heard, I don't know if it's true, we're going to talk about this old Kawhi.
Yeah.
We're going to make our pitch to Kawhi.
Okay. All right, let's talk
How you like that, Skip?
I'm about to tell you what I think about it.
An amazing roster, albeit all of the three players on it at the moment. So let's start with Shannon's Lakers. They found some interesting ways to free up a lot more money yesterday. ESPN reporting the Lakers traded 3 players to the Wizards as part of the Anthony Davis deal. Speaking of AD, reports say he's agreed to waive that $4 million trade bonus. So LeBron's squad, they've now got $32 million in cap space. That means they can likely sign a max player like Kawhi or Kyrie when free agency starts on Sunday. Shannon, riches, spoils. How should the Lakers spend their money?
You're good at spending money.
I am a little bit, Skip. Still, when I was young, my grandmother and my grandfather sometimes, wasn't often, but they would give us $5, $2.50 for me, $2.50 for my brother. And the very last words as we exited the house, don't spend it all in one place. Fortunately or unfortunately, I didn't listen. Lakers, don't listen. Spend it all in one place.
Really? Now, wait a second. I got to take issue with your grandfather and grandmother, because if you only have $2.50, you almost have to spend it in one place.
No.
You want something at a toy store? I don't know.
I wasn't about no toys.
Okay, what was it about? I don't know.
Okay, I got 2 truck driver steaks at the time. You know what truck driver steak is? Honey buns.
Yeah.
They were 25 cents.
Okay.
I get 2 or 3 honey buns.
Okay.
2 or 3 Coca-Colas.
Yeah.
By the time I got a bag of tater chips, not potato chips. Tater chips, candy bar, and some penny cookies, Skip, it's gone.
Okay, well, those all can be bought at the same place. So you can't spend it all in one place, right?
What it was saying, don't spend it all at once.
Oh,
you know
at once.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a whole different story.
Don't spend it all at once and don't spend it all at one place. Just save some of it.
Well, no. I think the Lakers are going to they're going to spend it all at once. So here we go.
I'm in agreement with that. Okay. If we can get old Kawhi, if Y come join us.
Why?
Yeah, old Kawhi.
Yeah. As in YWHY?
or we can get Clay. Now, if the Golden States make a mistake and not give him the whole max, they say he's going to be interested in taking a meeting with the Clippers or the Lakers.
Okay.
So I don't know if they're going to make that mistake and not give him 5 for $190 right out the gate. But Skip, if we can get Kawhi, that would be a game changer. And but that's the only guy. That's the only guy that I'm willing, not for D'Angelo Russell, not for Jimmy Butler. And that's not to say these guys aren't very good players. But only Kawhi, I believe, is a game changer. And Clay, with the ability to shoot the 3 and the way he can space the floor for LeBron and AD, I think he would be the second best option behind Kawhi. So if you can't get one of those 2 guys, now we got $32 million. Let's divvy it up and get us some really, really good quality players.
Well, I thought 2 days ago you were all about a bunch of quality players.
But see, now that I heard
have more room, right?
Well, I mean, 27 million, 23 million. I mean, that's a little pocket change.
Okay.
But the thing is that now that Kawhi is true, that Kawhi, we're going to get a meeting with Kawhi. We're going to make our best pitch.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about Kawhi a little later. But if I'm the Lakers, if I can get Kawhi, take all 32. If not, because let's take Clay out of the equation. There's no way they're moving in the new building and not have Clay long term. So I believe at the start of free agency, he'll get the 5 for $190 that he's seeking. So it's either Kawhi or bust. We either spend it all on Kawhi or we divvy it up among 4 or 5 players.
Okay, I do agree with your big picture takeaway. In the sport of basketball, I've always said it's about star power.
Yes.
Give me 2 or 3 stars over a deep bench full of pretty good players.
Right.
Because you'll win faster with 2 or 3 stars than you will with a quality team. And I don't want to hear what number 2 pulled off in Toronto. He had star power around him. He had Lowry, a 5-time All-Star. He had a multiple All-Star and Defensive Player of the Year in Gasol. He had Siakam, who's going to be an All-Star next year and was the most improved player, right?
Serge Ibaka and Van Fleet played unbelievable.
Van Fleet, he'll never make an All-Star team, but he plays an All-Star role as the closer for that team.
Yes.
And Ibaka, again, he just comes up big in big moments.
Right.
Okay? So don't tell me he didn't have any help and he did it by himself, because he did not do it by himself. Now, I'm with you on the premise. I'm just not with you on your conclusion, because the one player I would sign, you did not even mention.
Oh.
You mentioned Jimmy Butler. You mentioned D'Angelo Russell.
Kyrie?
You did not mention the guy they should go after right here, right now. It's Kyrie Irving. Not number 2, Kyrie. Number 2 would be a much worse fit than Kyrie would be with LeBron and AD, because if you put number 2 with LeBron and AD, you have no closer. All 3 of those guys have had a hard time closing games for their teams when they have been the go-to guy. Yes.
Before LeBron got all them games. Oh, okay. So somebody was doing all that closing for Cleveland.
So LeBron James, since he entered the league, has the worst free throw percentage on potential game tying or go-ahead free throws in the final 5 seconds of regulation and overtime in all of the NBA. He has made 55% of his game-tying or go-ahead free throws in the final 5 seconds, and we saw it right on schedule early on. It was like the 3rd game of the year against my Spurs. Do you remember that? 12.8 seconds left at home.
I'm sure you got the video.
At Staples. You know, I don't have the video. I didn't want to do it. I'm not going to rub it in. I'm just telling you.
Oh, yes, you will.
No, I don't. I didn't get the video because I don't do that to you. I fight fair. And LeBron had 2 free throws to ice the game with 12.8 seconds left, and what did he do? La brick. He just can't make late game free throws. Everybody knows it. You know it, but you will not admit it. And then, of course, LeBron came down and had the game-winning 3 and LeBrick that one against my Spurs. That was early, and he had maybe 8 games before Christmas he should have closed and couldn't close. And I got to tell you, Anthony Davis, as great as he was 34 games below 500 for your Pelicans. 34 games below 500. And I know he can be transcendent statistically in PER and all those great numbers, but when it comes to taking over the game and bringing it home, he's not that guy. We repeatedly saw number 2 come up small in 4th quarters against Philly and then against Milwaukee and then against Golden State. Small, bad numbers. I could just go down the whole list of them, but he's not a closer. He wasn't a closer in San Antonio.
No, Skip, he didn't get a chance to because he left because y'all didn't treat him right. But if you look at the numbers, now the numbers say in the NBA Finals of all the players that played, he had the highest average of scoring in the 4th quarter. He had the most 4th quarter points. Was Kawhi.
Do you want me to start into the games where he went Game 2 against Milwaukee, 0 for 3 in the 4th, and then Game 3, against Philadelphia, Game 3, 1 for 4 in the 4th quarter, and then he hit the luckiest shot in the history of the playoffs.
That was not the luckiest shot.
Well, it was. I mean, there's nothing even close. No, seriously, are you arguing that was the luckiest shot? Show me a luckier shot. Do you have video of a luckier shot than that one?
So, Skip, because the ball bounced, go ahead.
He shot it short. It was short, and it shouldn't have gone in. No shot won't go in.
It's the rotation.
There's no backboard. There's no kiss. You're not going to get a kiss. It's just got to be pure luck. Because, as you say, he practiced that shot. He practiced hitting it on the short iron.
He practiced shooting a corner shot as time was running out. Not necessarily caroming 5 times off the rim, Skip. Stop that. You know what I mean when I say he practiced the shot.
Okay. Then let's just go to the finals. You remember Game 2? Clay goes out with 8 minutes left.
Yes.
Steph goes no shots down the stretch of the last 8 minutes. What was number 2 doing?
He was over, but he scored. He scored.
Yeah. Okay. He had 2 lucky plays that should not have been. He should have been called for an offensive foul. And then the last 2-minute report said he shouldn't have gotten away with the other one, or he would have scored no points down the stretch of that game. Am I right?
And one.
Okay. And then what happened in Game 5? Do you remember that game? Where was he? In the last 3:28 of that game. He had the little flurry.
He had a big flurry.
No, he had a little flurry. And then what happened it was 3:28 of that game. What happened? They were up 6 thanks to him. He made a shot with 3:28, put them up 6. And then what happened down the stretch? He goes 0 for 2. That's no clothes.
What about
no clothes? The Emperor has no clothes.
Yeah, he has clothes. Yep. Well, what about Game 4 when he came out? A big McFlurry. Yeah, I thought at McDonald's that big McFlurry he had.
That was a wipeout.
No. Who wiped him out?
Well,
17.
Okay, but it was just it was a blowout. Okay,
Skip,
you can't have that one. That wasn't a close game.
I'm not going to debate you on how good Kyrie is because we know he can be special. But I will debate you on him being a teammate, him being moody. And would Kyrie be willing? Because it's going to look like, okay, you couldn't do it on your own. You said you wanted to. You wanted to lead a team.
Okay, I got it. But you have LeBron James.
Yes.
And clearly he gave it back up to LeBron. Again, he was just trying to throw his teammates under the bus because you guys got to grow up and realize I'm LeBron James now. That's what he was doing. But he would have to swallow his pride. He would have to pretty much look like he's crawling back to LeBron.
Right, correct.
But if he did that, he's still, to me, the best closer in basketball. There's nobody in basketball I'd rather have ball in hands in the last minute of a close game, last 30 seconds of a close game than Kyrie. So he's the better fit because he could resume his closer role for LeBron, who hit the shot of shots in Game 7 at Oracle in 2016.
And who had the block of blocks.
Oh, stop it.
The shot has no bearing without the block.
Well, what block?
You know what block?
J.R. Smith deserved not more than he deserved a co-block on it. He cut him off at the pass. He made Iguodala almost stop in his tracks.
Skip.
So LeBron caught up. Big deal.
That might be, well, first of all, we know this for certain. It's the greatest block in NBA playoff history. It might be
Said who? Said all the blind witnesses? I never said that.
Oh, no.
He's just running full speed. Iguodala has to stop in his track. He gets cut off at the pass by JR. Cuts in front of him, so he has to pull up and stop and get both hands on the ball and then try to come back up and shoot a layup. And he chased down blocks. Who cares?
That's the great.